Then join me, Sarah Spiritual, every Wednesday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. for Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on 95.3 The Talk, WNN 1470 AM. See you there.
Here's how people are learning to make extra money from home at Online Trading Academy. If you have mutual funds or an IRA and you're not happy with what you're making, here's a tip from one of the instructors at Online Trading Academy.
How many of you out there are holding stock right now? You could be using options to sell against that stock to bring in income, like rental income.
Renting stocks you already own? Sure. Learn how it's done at Online Trading Academy.
He had this in his 401k, and he was able to generate $4,000 within 2 or 3 weeks' time selling a call option on the Schlumberger shares that he had that he'd been sitting on for years.
People are learning how extra money can be made from home with stocks and more, all with limited risk at Online Trading Academy. Reserve a pair of seats for a free half-day class to see how it's done in Broward and Palm Beach. Online Trading Academy. Call now, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800, 561-674-9800.
Talk here, talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a difference. And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
The Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption, feel silkier, and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow. Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
Does your child learn best when they see and experience information? Is your child smarter than indicated by test results? 3D Learner is an integrated learning program that helps identify your child's strengths and challenges. 3D Learner's individualized program for academic and athletic success will significantly improve reading comprehension, test scores, and self-esteem. Contact 3D Learner today for more information. Call 561-361-7495 to unlock your child's true potential. Visit us at 3dlearner.com or call 561-361-7495. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open the lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go by easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or dream making. It's the feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work or play, a movie review, a restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
In other words, baby, kiss me.
Good afternoon, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. We sort of lost connection there for a second, but it's all back, it's all good. Welcome to our friends in South Florida. We're just getting back together. In New York City, Atlanta, Boston, L.A., California. Where else?
The moon, apparently. We're going.
Where?
The moon. Want to go?
The moon!
My grandmother used to always say, I'm going crazy. You want to come with me?
Love that song. And I'm going to tell you why I love that song. Can I tell you why I love that song?
Tell me why you love that
Because
song.
today, well, I have bittersweet day today. Good and bad. I wish a prayer for all the people in
The
Puerto
Caribbean?
Rico.
Yes.
My father's down there. My mother's down there.
Your
They will
family
not
there?
leave the homeland. Just won't. I tried everything. I even bribed them. He said, nope.
Bribe them for food?
I bribed him for anything he wanted. He said, nope.
They're staying.
He said, they're staying. He says, I've been through this before. I said, Dad, you've never been through a Cat 5 when you're 86. Give me a break.
When is it supposed to hit? Do you know?
Tomorrow. 8 o'clock till Thursday, and 8 o'clock at night. So it's during the day, at night, and everything in between. But this is going right by his door. So this is going to be
Our
tough.
prayers go out to everyone in the Caribbean. And we're going to talk with Sonia Hankin just about what is going on.
Yes.
And how we're going to handle all of that. So bittersweet. That's the sad.
But
What's the good?
Isn't it ironic that Sonia's here today? Maybe she can calm me down.
You know, last time that happened,
She
Sonia
did-
and Shari sat and they calmed you down. And they gave
did.
you some insight.
And they
Remember
gave
that?
and they gave me the right information. I'm going to tell you, get a pen and paper. Because if you don't take this number down, you're doing yourself an injustice. But then I have good news. My daughter Sarah passed the bar yesterday.
Yay, congratulations.
We've been on pins and needles for weeks. And I don't know if she's listening today, but it's a big shout out to her. Congratulations. I'm very, very proud of you. I owe you $1,000 because I had bet you, I think, 6 years ago that you weren't going to do it. I did that with reverse psychology and it worked.
Congratulations, Sarah. Wow, the Florida bar. They say that is one of the hardest next to New York to pass. So
Well, your son's going to
congratulations.
law school, right?
Yeah, we have a couple more years, though. He had 4 weeks in, 2 weeks off, and he goes back tomorrow.
Well, I tell you,
They've canceled fall break. They've canceled teacher work days. They've canceled Saturdays. They will not be in school on Saturdays.
Well, the funny thing is that when you go to law school, you have to put you have to put that before anything else in your life, and it changes people. I've seen this woman go through so much, and I'm really, really proud of the fact that she got it done. It was a lot of work. I know that we were scared to death, but again, Sarah, congratulations.
Congratulations. And we are up and running, back on 95.3 to talk, 1470 AM. You can find us live streaming on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe TV, and give us a call, 888-565-1470. I think everyone's trying to get back to, I can't say normal, but back to their routine in South Florida anyway.
Yes, and I think
everyone's regrouping.
I think that one of the problems, it's funny because I went through my first hurricane. I had my family with me, and I got to tell you, I panicked a couple of times.
Uh-oh.
I never knew that where hurricanes came tornadoes.
Did you lose faith?
There was no. It was just 17 tornado warnings we got.
I know there was a lot.
There were just too many.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I didn't know what to do. So my son was with me with his wife and Sarah and Linda and 3 cats, a bird and whatever.
A partridge in a pear tree.
And turtles. And I just started jamming people in closets, and I had 2 different points of interest in closets because of the winds, the way they were coming.
You did that much thought for it?
Oh, absolutely. I thought this thing out to the core on the direction of the wind, the speed of the wind. You know what kills is the length that a storm stays over you.
Mm-hmm.
It will demolish your house if it doesn't move. It's going 16 miles an hour. It's great.
My daughter went back to school yesterday. The kids came back down in Hialeah. One of the little boys says, I'm good. A tree fell into my bedroom through the roof and into my window on my bed.
Oh, my God.
He says, but it's okay because I get to sleep in my mom and dad's room. And when they need a break, I go to grandma's house. So you know what? Out of the mouths of babes, it's all about the perspective.
Yes,
I mean, a tree came through their house into his room when he was sleeping.
I know. But you know what the problem is now? Now I have this new anxiety because of my parents.
That's
Caribbean.
different, yeah.
I got friends out there. I got property out there. So I'm feeling this anxiety all over again. I am happy you got light.
Is that
and
what's wrong with
power.
you today?
I gotta tell you, it
Maybe
just
that
is
explains
throwing
it.
me for a loop.
Ah, at least I know what it is now.
Well, and I'm glad that Sonia's here because what I'm feeling is helpless. There's nothing I
And you
can
are
do.
helpless, and that's the thing. You have to be okay with being helpless and not in control of anything. And the fact that your parents don't want to come, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't make them come. So you have to just surrender to it and just hope for the best. you know, because you are helpless. And that's the thing. It's the resistance, right, of being helpless that we fight.
There's nothing you can do. You can get on a plane and get to Puerto Rico. You can either ride out the storm with them or you don't go because they are not getting on a plane with you. Imagine getting your mom out of her facility to get on a plane to fly to Florida. That would take an enormous amount of manpower.
Well, there's a few things going on right now. One is my mom is a senior home because she has Alzheimer's now. It's been declared. And the problem we're having with this whole thing is that they lost power on Irma. So the same thing.
Did they ever get it back? Because somebody asked me.
They got partial power because these facilities don't run the AC. You would need an Empire State Building to get that kind of generator going.
Well, you know what happened in Hollywood. So actually my husband said to me, what about Freddie's mom when they lost power in Puerto Rico?
So my father went in there and he threw a fit. And he started screaming, get her out of here. And they were calling an ambulance to get her out because he was screaming. So they calmed him down. They got some fans on her. But, you know, fans are one thing, but AC is another. But now what's happening is that he won't be going there. I don't know what's going to happen at the facility. I don't know if the facility is even going to be there, much less his house. So here we go again, the buildup of how you feel. After
anxiety.
You just went through this. You know, I just went through this
10 days ago.
I know.
And it's back, but it's worse than ever because I'm not there.
Right, and there's nothing you can do.
I can't do anything. He won't let me help because his ego won't let him or whatever. He says he's been through hurricanes all his life. Okay, but you're not 86. So, I mean, what do you do? How do you cope?
How do you cope?
You have to, if you pray, I would say pray, you know, and just allow yourself to feel the feelings, you know, not resist them, you know, and be okay with the fact that, yeah, of course you're going to be anxious. Of course you're going to worry. You cannot not worry. You know, you don't, then you wouldn't be who you are, right? But you have to just allow yourself to be with it. And it's going to pass. As you know, the hurricane will be done in, 48 hours.
What about the guilt, Sonia? Everybody in my family says, oh, you should have... People don't understand. My father and mother came here for a wedding in January. Remember we talked about Joe dying after that and everything else. And they told me that if they're going to die, when they're going to die, they're going to do it in their homeland. So I said to him, Dad, I respect that, but can you not die today? Or tomorrow? Can you leave for next week and come in and hang out with me? And he said, no. So everybody's jumping on me now because I didn't go get them. I didn't force them. Oh, what am I supposed to do, drag him?
No.
You can't drag him.
You know, it's like my grandmother, when she was dying, she had colon cancer. My mom has 3 sisters, and they all wanted to move her to, a assisted living type place. This was in Canada. She refused. She's like, I am not leaving my house. I've been in this house for my whole life, and I'm not leaving. So I think that when people get to that point, for me anyways, I look at it as we have to respect that. Right. And like your parents, it's like, yeah, he's been through hurricanes. Yes, it's going to be different because he's older and your mother is in a assisted living. But you have to just respect where they want to be, Right. And if it's their time, it's their time, And if it's
But what
not,
if you think it's their judgment? It can be any age. It's just not an aging parent. You think someone's judgment is off, but they're adamant. It's like when you take the car keys away from an aging parent.
Or from a drunk driver.
Or a drunk driver. Or
Right.
someone on drugs. And they're like, I am good to go.
Right.
And you're thinking your judgment is impaired. Do you let that person get in a car? Do you let them stay in a hurricane? Do you let them stay home without assistance? Or do you step in?
I think every situation is different. There's certain situations I think you can step in. And of course, with a drunk driver or a drug addict, then you can call, the police. But with parents, something like this, like my mother also wasn't going to leave. She lives east of US 1, and my brother was on her case, and my sister-in-law was on her case, and I just said to her, you can come with us. I didn't push her. I didn't, I was like, but you need, you're supposed to evacuate. So she ended up coming. And because she just needed a little bit of nudge. Some people won't be nudged, they won't be moved. You can't physically take control. They're adults. You can only do it with children.
And this is beyond the scope, I know, of what you do as a clinical social worker. So how, as Freddie said, do you deal with the guilt? Licensed
mental health therapist.
Mental health therapist, sorry.
And a clinical social.
Licensed mental health therapist. How do you deal with what you're capable of dealing with and deal with the guilt or deal with accepting what it is?
It's like every feeling in the world, right? Whether you feel guilty, you feel shame, you feel anxious, you feel depressed, you feel angry. they're all feelings. Feelings are feelings, and they're going to come and go. You know, it's like I always tell my clients, think of the ocean. There's waves, right? There's constant movement. There's constant motion. That's how feelings are. But it's the resistance of them. When we resist feeling what we don't want to feel or something that doesn't feel good, what do? We try to do everything to not feel it. So whether we numb it out, we block it out, we do something else, we can distract ourselves, or we're in denial. So the quicker it will move, just like the hurricane, hopefully it moves fast.
And this too shall pass, but there will be consequences.
Is to allow it and let it move without the resistance. It's the resistance that creates all the issues, the tension and the problems. And
it's interesting. I saw someone post something on my Facebook page, and they said it's like a blade of grass. You have to let it bend with the wind and let it go where it needs to go, because if you resist it, you can't.
You can't.
You cannot resist that blade of grass blowing in the wind.
And emotions, if you resist, they have to go somewhere. Where do they go?
Take it out on someone else in your house.
That, or they go in your body.
Right? But I'm going to tell you, that's...
Well, you know that.
But that's what's happening today. I took it out on everybody. I had to apologize to Dawn. I took it out on a lot of people today. It's just not me. You know, and I can see.
Well, it is you. See, that's the thing. It is a part of you.
Is it?
Yes, of course it is.
I got a really big duck I can throw at you next time.
It's not the you want to be or show, but it is a part of you. We all have that. You know, that's the whole thing with the shadow. It's like we're everything and we're nothing. You know, we're capable of all the dark, all the stuff that we don't like in other people, or when you get angry and you lash out at people when you didn't want to. That's just a shadow. Because you don't want to be this angry person. You don't want to be with it.
No, but I like being the dark.
You like being the dark?
Yeah,
I'm not liking it so much after today.
I like being the dark because
at least I had
from the
witnesses.
dark comes the light. But again, it wasn't that I was trying to be mean. Apparently, I said things that I shouldn't be saying, and I was short. And you know something? I mean, we had some meetings yesterday. It threw me for a loop, and on and on and on. This morning I woke up. The internet wasn't working at the station. I had to run down there. I mean, on and on and on and on. It's not that I want to be mean. I'm just short-fused.
You're frustrated. Right. You're irritable. I mean, we all get irritable. Please, with this hurricane, I think everybody was irritable.
Everyone's irritable. There's debris out. There's still people are short on food. And some people don't have power.
Right. I know. Some people last night at the show had just received power yesterday.
I don't know how people stayed in their homes for 9 days without power.
I couldn't have because of my condition. I mean, I really couldn't have, but yeah.
I just couldn't have. Yeah. I mean, after a day, I would have been looking for a place to go, a hotel, anything. I don't even need to burden out other people, but I couldn't have done it.
I am now in the.
But a lot of people don't have the means, you know.
Sure.
I am now in the full house generator business.
Are you selling them?
I'm selling them. I called up and became a dealer.
Good. We need one.
But let me tell you, you can get them as cheap as $19.99.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they power for now? Well, my portable was $19.99.
Yeah, that's right. But these go on without pulling the rope and doing this and doing that. You don't have to do nothing. This just goes on. Turns off. You can put a little gizmo on it for your phone, which I don't do. But you can control it from your phone if you leave the country, if you leave the state, whatever. It works on the internet.
Well, that's the way to control your emotions is, as you said, you get busy. You find something to do. You find a way to deal with the anxiety. You just keep going and you feel empowered.
Right. But if you're in denial or if you're blocking it, it's still going to pop up somewhere. And that's what happened to Freddy. It popped up when he didn't want it to.
Yes.
It popped up in being irritable or saying things he wishes he hadn't said. That's why the first thing with any feelings or emotions is first you have to recognize them. It's like, okay, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this?
I felt like I was underwater.
Huh?
I felt like I was underwater. Everything slows down.
Right. And a lot of times people don't even know what they're feeling until they see their reactions. And they're like, why did I react that way? Why was I like this? Because if you take time to just close your eyes and say, okay, you know, what am I feeling about this with this whole hurricane and my parents being in Puerto Rico? It's like, I'm scared. I'm anxious. I'm afraid. I feel out of control. I feel helpless. You know, all whatever comes up, right?
Right.
And just first acknowledge that's how you're feeling, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's never any feelings are never wrong.
They're never wrong.
They're never wrong. They're just feelings.
But before you lash out, and I've now had it 3 days in a row from a variety of people. I seem to be the local punching bag.
Okay, don't start.
Just I don't just mean from you. Just acknowledge, because your spouse, your partner, your friend knows this is not you. And then it escalates and it escalates. And finally, when you get to the bottom of why you're feeling, like you finally realize it's the hurricane. Someone realizes it's the raging parents. And you go, gosh, okay.
Yeah, it's the mother who's in perimenopause.
If if you had just expressed that a few hours ago that you're frustrated and this is the situation.
Dawn, you don't know it.
Then it would make it a whole lot
easier.
easier.
You don't know it.
Yeah, but that's why you have to step back and take that time to connect with yourself. Like when we're in our bodies and we connect with ourselves regularly throughout the day, you know how you feel. Like,
yes.
That's why the parking lot's always a good place to hang out.
No, that's just silly. But you know what it is? When something as small as Facebook is delayed, there's nothing I can do about it, but it's delayed. And I'm screaming at the computer, and Linda's looking at me. She says, I think you have problems. I mean, it was just trying to vent all of this energy through a straw.
Right.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
So,
like my daughter last night. My daughter's always a happy kid, calm. She doesn't complain a lot. She doesn't have that teenage, hormonal thing going on yet, right?
Yet.
So yesterday she comes home from the gym at 9:30, at 9 o'clock, and the Caesar salad that we had bought that she wanted had no dressing. So then she had left her water bottle in the coach's car, and I had to call him for him to come back, and something else happened, and she's crying and she's having this drama, and I'm looking at her like, this is not my daughter. Like, she doesn't do this. And I said, but Jazzy, we'll get a dressing a different day, and then we got your water bottle. What's the big deal, And she was like, but everything's happening all at once. And I realized she is so tired, from this traveling and the hurricane. She hasn't gotten the sleep that she needs. So she's on edge. She's irritable. So any little thing can set you off. There's no dressing on this salad.
Oh my gosh. When we get back from commercial break, I want to talk to you about that, because the fatigue, even though we were not impacted as badly as other people, the amount of adrenal fatigue and fatigue that's impacting people is enormous.
Yes.
Give us a call, 888-565-1470, and we will be right back.
Sit back, relax, and breathe while breathing in the benefits of salt in our invigorating Salt Oasis. The Salt Suite of Boca Raton provides 100% natural treatment for sinus, respiratory, and skin conditions. From the adult relaxation lounge to a children's playroom, salt therapy opens up sinuses, lungs, and flushes out allergens and pollutants for all ages. Give us a call at 561-288-0481. Mention the Brooklyn Cafe and receive 2 visits for the price of 1. Call now to book your appointment. 561-288-0481. TheSaltSuite.com.
Do you love the idea of healthy food conveniently delivered to your door? From Jupiter to Miami, Fit Food Fresh delivers convenience in the form of prepared, delicious, healthy meals direct to your home or office. You're never more than 2 minutes away from a nutritious meal made from the freshest quality ingredients and prepared by gourmet chefs. From paleo to vegan, breakfast to dessert, quinoas to quesadillas, Fit Food Fresh has you covered. You can mix and match meals from their entire menu to create your own custom plan based on your nutritional needs and preferences. Find them at fitfoodfresh.com. With no monthly commitment or setup fee, it's easy to try, risk-free. See why Fit Food Fresh is the highest-rated meal plan in South Florida. Visit Fit Food Fresh at fitfoodfresh.com or give them a call at 866-600-4778. That's 866-600-4778.
Sonia Hankin is the confidence expert and passionate guide to men and women who struggle with unworthiness, lack of confidence, and self-doubt. As a holistic psychotherapist and master integrated life coach, Sonia Hankin will help you unlock your confidence so you can make the changes you desire and feel good about yourself no matter what life throws at you. You can work with Sonia via phone, Skype, or in person. Contact Sonia at 954-214-8991. Enough is enough of not feeling good enough. If you want to find your voice and step into your power, call today for a free 30-minute session. 954-214-8991 or visit her at soniahankin.com.
Get ready to receive your positive waves of Sunny's light energy. Feel Great Meditate with Sunny is your meditation destination. Broadcasting from sunny South Florida. Achieve inner peace, deep relaxation, recharge the brain, and reset your mind. Visit feelgreatmeditate.com for more details on how you can feel great and meditate. Schedule your appointment now by calling 855-FEEL-GREAT. That's 855-FEELGRATE.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a difference. And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
The Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption, feel silkier, and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow. Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe. You can find us on 95.3 to Talk, 1470 AM, and live streaming on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. I want to mention Salt Sweet Boca Raton has reopened. They have a special. If you call them, mention the Brooklyn Cafe, you get 2 visits for the price of 1. It's 561-288-0481. And with all of the tree and debris that are down because of the hurricane, everyone's allergies are crazy. They've got colds. Their sinuses, everyone is so congested. Bring your children, and if you bring your kids under age 12 into the children's room, you as an adult get to go for free. So really, you're getting a lot of exposure to the benefits of Salt Sweet for not a lot of money.
You didn't get the memo.
What was the memo?
You were supposed to wear this when you do that commercial.
288-0481. I see he still hasn't come to terms with the hurricane, so you got a lot of work to do.
What is the number?
I'm having deja vu. 561-288-0481, Salt Sweet of Boca Raton. Again, mention the Brooklyn Cafe. Kids are in there doing homework. It's an unbelievable thing.
It is. And we want 1,000
Can
people.
you wait? My dog's been sneezing like crazy, and the vet said it's because of all the debris.
There's so much debris. I mean, we may have all been okay with our homes or small damage without power, but the amount of trees.
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere.
And everything that's flying around and is now sitting on the streets and the yards, everyone's allergies are going crazy.
We want 1,000 kids to attack down to Salt Sweet.
We're going to send Dan's kids over there when Banana Dan gets back.
She was on the show with us one day, and we put it out. It says, we want 1,000 because the kids weren't in school. Everybody at the Salt Sweets, and that says, I want 1,000 people, and I'm headed down there. Her eyes open up. She says, Freddie, we can't handle 1,000 people.
I need to check it out.
Salt Sweet?
Yeah.
It's a salt therapy room, and it's with pharmaceutical grade salt, and there's salt on the walls, and you inhale salt right into your lungs. So it's as if you're at the beach on steroids. And it just makes you feel so much better. It gives you clarity. I don't know about you, but it gives me some mental clarity. Dan has got a duck.
That's a duck?
A duck faucet. Look at this.
Oh my
he
God.
always brings me these little gems.
Dan, where do you find this stuff?
I won't throw this at you, I promise.
Yeah, don't give it that. That's a weapon.
I promise I will not throw this at you.
Sink in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. So we're here with Sonia Hankin, who, tell me your credentials so I get them right.
I'm a licensed mental health therapist, also a master transformational coach trained by Debbie Ford, who is a New York best-selling author of like 9 books in the shadow work. And I'm also a certified journey dance facilitator, which is a conscious movement practice.
And we're talking about, you're saying how your daughter is so tired. And I am so glad that you acknowledged that, because last week I got home Friday from work exhausted. I got into bed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Couldn't move, couldn't go to the gym. And I saw someone post, you know what? It's the adrenal fatigue. It's the emotional fatigue. There's a lot going on in your body. So what is going on?
I mean, think about it. It's days to prepare for the hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's days watching it, and you're on edge while you're watching. And then it happens. Then it's days cleaning up, days getting back to some kind of normalcy. So we're almost like on that high adrenaline the entire time. It's like, people were running out of gas. There was no water in the stores. There was, so that stresses everybody. Like, oh my God, am I going to not be able to get gas? Am I not going to be able to get supplies that I need? And it completely affects your neurological system, your adrenal glands, or your hormones. And then if you're not getting enough sleep with all of that on top of it all, then you're going to be super irritable.
How do you deal with all of it? How do you instruct your clients or coach them to say, you know what, this is what I would recommend?
To try to take care of yourself the best that you can in that situation.
Sleep. Rest.
Yes.
Don't go to the gym too much.
Or the best is, if you live in South Florida, have all your supplies already. Like my mom's has them like months before hurricane season hits, so it shouldn't be a last minute thing for everybody.
Well, now I think everyone is prepared. Now there's cleanup and there's fixing and damages to repair, but other than that, I would hope people still have their food, although I did send home the 3 bags of turkey jerky back to law school with my son.
Do you have C batteries and stuff?
No. Mm-hmm. But I have a lot of D.
Now, we had this conversation last year about the C batteries, and they still haven't made it to your house.
But I think we're going to get a full house generator, or at least a partial house generator, where we can power the air, we can power the refrigerator, and I'm not going between coolers and the refrigerator and the fan, and it's the darkness and the heat. I don't even know if you had a light, maybe you could even deal with the heat. It's the darkness and the heat. It's you feel just lost.
But you know what you can do, and there's different meditation apps, but you can just even like meditate for 5, 10, 15 minutes, which will help restore your central nervous system. So when you're in this kind of thing and you don't have air and you are stressed, and you can't go to the gym and work it out or whatever.
Because the gym is closed,
right? Then you can try to meditate. That will help actually rebalance, the nervous system.
Or go take some of the debris and throw it in the truck and throw it in the...
But you know what happened? The gyms were closed. You saw people outside running. There was so much debris, I can't imagine that was safe to be running. Right. The beaches you couldn't get to because of the sand and the erosion. So everyone had a shift in whatever their routine was, and you're not working, your kids aren't in school.
You get cabin fever.
That's what people would tell me, a lot of cabin fever. Yeah. I got people writing in saying, okay, you should control about what you're going to say, and you're under a lot of emotion, yada, yada, yada. But they're saying the other way. They're saying, well, shouldn't people be more responsible about how they treat you? In other words, everybody should be a little bit nicer.
People should have, I think what was lacking, what we saw a lot of, and I heard on the news, is patience. People had no patience. Trying to cut, everyone's cutting people over, cutting people in line for food and gas. I mean, really, people?
We're all in this together.
We're all in this together,
This is my big X mark. Stop doing that.
It's the patience. It's the lack of kindness. There were on some lines. When I had to get gas, I just knew I was parked. I was there for an hour. There was nothing I could do. Everyone else was in the same situation.
You see, in New York, what we used to do is we used to go and buy you McDonald's and sort of make a living. I made a lot of money with the gas lines. I made a lot of money. I'm telling people, why don't you go to Costco or the gas stations and say, listen, I'm going to buy you something while you wait.
I'm not really understanding what people are saying to you. So people should be more understanding of your circumstance.
Now this is what I'm saying. You see how she comes at me?
No, I'm trying to...
That's what she's saying. People are saying that people should be nicer. People just aren't nice. That I'm reacting.
You mean in general? You mean in general people should be nicer? Absolutely.
In general.
I think afterwards people are to those who needed help and things like that. I think there was a lot of that, especially I think we saw with Harvey in Texas, and now with the keys. I mean, people are collecting stuff for the keys, and it's on Facebook there's all kinds of groups collecting stuff, and people want to help, and so there is that. But I think it's the time before, where people are in that panic mode. They're in a place of fear.
Yes.
And when people are in a place of fear, nothing else matters. That's right. It's called, they bulldozer over whoever's in their way.
Well, they're in a place of fear with the storm.
Right.
But often those same people are in a state of fear throughout their life.
Yeah,
and
but
we
this
go
is-
to the self-confidence
Well, that's what I was
aspect of
saying.
what
Yeah,
Sonia
yeah,
does.
good point.
Self-confidence, having faith,
Right.
believing in yourself.
Surrendering, allowing.
It doesn't mean you're not going to feel the feelings of stress when a hurricane hits your parents' home. That exists, but if there's a coping skill
Right.
going through life, how do you, and you work with clients all the time with different self-confidence skills, different situations.
But you said it. I mean, basically, for me, the biggest thing is to connect with yourself. When you're in tune and you're present, you're here, you know what's going on with you. So when you have the awareness and you have the connection, then you can choose on how you're going to react or how you're going to perceive things. You know, it's like the storm. You know, some people thought they were going to die. Some people thought they were going to lose their entire house. I don't go there. You know, it's like, yes, we have a storm. We have no idea what it's going to look like after.
But you left.
I left
Would
because...
you leave again?
Yes, because we live under giant oak trees. And if our oak trees come crashing down, it can be pretty
So maybe
bad.
we should remove them trees.
We can't. You have to have a permit. These trees are
I know
100.
4 Puerto Ricans don't need no permit.
They're 100.
You know, oops.
Our trees are over 100, 115, 200 years old.
And they stayed standing.
Pieces of them will fall.
I saw some that were uprooted.
Yeah,
in
but
Boca.
not the oak trees. Those are different kind of trees. The one that get uprooted have very
They're not deep roots.
You know how you cut down an oak tree? You cut the branches down a little. I did this in New York.
Of
Because
course
I
you
needed
did.
a
Job
permit.
5,025.
No, I didn't cut it down. I had a company that came in and they started cutting the pieces off of it.
Yeah,
and
we
it
have
broke in half.
It broke in half.
It got sunburned and that was the end of that.
The tree got sunburned?
Yeah, it turns a different color. True story.
Of course it is.
But I've stayed in hurricanes, so you know, like this. Now we leave because we're able to, you know. But there's times when we couldn't, and so how
Did
do
you
I
panic?
Huh? No, I don't panic. I don't panic about anything.
No, she
I really
actually
don't.
called me.
Dan doesn't panic
Because
either.
Sonia was going to be on our show that Friday after the hurricane, and you called me on Monday, which was so nice, and said, listen, we're leaving town. I just want you to know I'm not going to be here on Friday. And you were very calm and matter of fact about what it was.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's nothing to panic. Like I don't panic because, and this is again a way to train how you look at things, right? So I'll use I have MS, so I'll use MS for instance. It took 2 years to get diagnosed and to figure out what was going on. So during the time that I was getting tests done or going to this doctor or that doctor, I didn't go to the place of, oh my God, I have cancer, I have MS, I have this, I have that. It was like, I don't know. I don't know till I know. Once I know, then now you can panic. Not panic, but you can get upset and grieve and do whatever. But now you have the information to figure out what you're going to do.
But did that help because of all your training with
Yes.
the shadow?
Yes.
Your clients, you prepare them for dealing with situations.
I prepare them with learning how to deal with their feelings, how to cope with their resistance, because that's what most issues or problems that we create in our lives is two things. What we think up here, what we make it mean, and the resistance of what is. Whether it's your feelings, a situation, a person. So resistance and then your thoughts. That's it. Those are the two things that create all the drama.
Oh, but your thoughts can create major drama.
Absolutely.
Major havoc, right?
You make up these stories. They're not even true.
They're not even true. We can create anything in our minds.
Yeah.
Imagine if we could create in our minds and really in life build that fast. We say if you build it, they will come.
Yes.
If we build greatness in our minds, imagine what we could transfer that to in life. But you need the self-confidence
but
and
that
not the fear.
That takes work.
Well, that's why you have to work with Sonia. Sonia can help people
you
do
get
that.
confidence by becoming mindful and aware and paying attention and changing your thoughts when you
How does that give you self-confidence? Say you've got, and you work with kids or young adults,
I don't
like
work
in the
with kids,
20s.
but yeah.
They were overweight. They didn't have a lot of friends. They're mindful of that. They're mindful that they were overweight, didn't have a lot of friends, and were loners. And now they're moving into adulthood. How does that translate into self-confidence?
Well, they probably don't have the self-confidence, but in order to get the self-confidence, they have to focus on other things. It's not about their weight. And if they don't have any friends, we got to look at why, why don't they have friends? And maybe they do have some social issues, or maybe it was just they lack confidence and that's why they don't have any friends, So you have to figure out what's blocking it. But you can build your confidence by looking at all of the things you are great at, all the things you have accomplished, you know, and also to look at what are the expectations, you know, because most people don't feel confident because they have these big expectations or they're after being perfect. Nobody's perfect. So when you get attached to being perfect, of course you're never going to be confident because you're never going to be perfect.
Well, truly, what is perfect? The person sitting next to you?
No.
Or the person who has a bigger house than you? What's
yeah, but
perfect
people
is what we
sometimes
look
will
at.
play not to lose as opposed to playing to win. But then that brings up a good question I have for you is, if you had a bringing up that was tough childhood. I mean, Freudian childhood, tough. Do you sit down one day and say, you know, that's in the past, it's time to deal with today, or does that become a permanent mark about your future?
What your past, look, we are who we are because of all the experiences we've had and what we have made the experiences mean about ourselves. Okay, that's how we're defined when we get to this point. Everybody's got a past, everybody's got stuff. Everyone's got baggage. Yes, you have to look at it if it's still affecting you today. So if you took on a belief about yourself because of your childhood, a rough childhood, whatever. Let's say you were abused, physically abused. So whatever you made up about that, about yourself, like I'm not good enough, I'm unlovable, I'm unwanted, I don't matter, whatever it is, that we have to figure out because that's what you're living. You're living based on that story and that belief, you know, because that's what you believe about yourself.
So you're still in that shadow.
Yeah, so
you
you
have not
have
come
to
out into the
change
light.
that to come out
So
of
you
it.
have a lot of work to do because sometimes a person may have 20 years of bad stuff.
Yeah, but it's usually one or two themes. Everyone's got I always said my mission in life is if I could get rid of the epidemic of the not good enough story, because everybody has a piece of it. I don't matter. I'm unlovable. I'm unwanted. I'm not good enough. Something along those lines. Everybody's got some of it somewhere.
We're going to go to commercial break. When we
Wait a
come back,
minute,
we're going
wait
to
a
talk
minute.
about the I'm Not Good Enough.
Hold it a
The
second.
I'm Not Good Enough is an entire show
There's
for a
something
year
wrong with me.
in of itself.
There's something wrong with me.
You think?
Yeah, because a lot of times I say I don't care.
Because you truly don't. Because
I
you let it
don't.
go.
But when am I going to put it in my pocket?
People do.
We'll be
They
right
wear as a badge. 888-565-1470. We'll be right back.
How's your son?
For over 35 years, Ruth and Norman Rails Jewish Family Services has been serving families of Boca Raton, Delray Beach, and Highland Beach through their comprehensive range of programs and services for people of all ages and beliefs. Whether you need help with food, financial assistance, senior services for yourself or a loved one, affordable counseling and mental health service, career and employment service, or the Center for Families and Children, JFS is here for you. Please call JFS at 561-852-3333 or railsjfs.org. Call 561-852-3333.
Rochelle Schwartz is a certified emotional relationship coach who's been trained and certified by the world-renowned Ford Institute and has been facilitating coaching workshops for 17 years. She specifically works with women in their 50s and beyond who are ready for radical self-care, powerful and loving relationships, including relationships with themselves and others. Certified in Healing Your Heart, Future Focused, Courage, Blueprint, and Best Year of Your Life. An integrative leader, Rochelle has also been featured on The Oprah Winfrey Show and in numerous magazines, newspapers, and other local TV shows. You'll walk away with more happiness, freedom, and love. Rochelle is your secret agent of change. Contact her directly at CoachRochelle@Comcast.net or online at www.RochelleSchwartz.com. Or you can call her at 954-464-7017. That's 954-464-7017.
Does your child learn best when they see and experience information? Is your child smarter than indicated by test results? 3D Learner is an integrated learning program that helps identify your child's strengths and challenges. 3D Learner's individualized program for academic and athletic success will significantly improve reading comprehension, test scores, and self-esteem. Contact 3D Learner today for more information. Call 561-361-7495 to unlock your child's true potential. Visit us at 3dlearner.com or call 561-361-7495.
The The home of the Rainbow Bagel, My Delicious Deli brings you home cooking with a Remember When deli dining experience. Located in central Boca Raton, My Delicious Deli prepares all of their food with the freshest of ingredients, cooked to order. From a light nosh and soups to omelets and full entrees. Choose from low-fat and gluten-free, or indulge in one of My Delicious Deli's signature deli sandwiches. Bring your family and friends to dine in and take out. Open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to go, or for all of your catering needs. Visit them at mydeliciousdeli.com or call them at 561-393-3287. There's something for everyone at My Delicious Deli, 7036 West Palmetto Road in Boca Raton, 561-393-3287.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddy S.
And we're back on the Brooklyn Cafe. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. You can find us on WNN 95.3 to talk and 1470 AM. We're here with Sonia Hankin, and we're talking about the not good enough syndrome. We're never going to get through this in the next 10 minutes, but we'll at least make an attempt to start it. Why is there such an epidemic of, I'm not good enough? I know, you don't care. My mother's another one. You don't like me? I don't care. Move on.
But there's not a lot of people like that.
No.
There's not. But I know people who are like that they don't care what others think about them, but they still have a piece. Like I know someone who he couldn't care less about what anyone thinks about him, but yet in his personal life, what shows up for him is, I don't matter. So like certain things will happen and he'll leave himself out, or he won't speak up about something. So there's still that piece of something. I don't matter, I'm unlovable, I'm unwanted, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not something enough. Everybody's got something. You have something, Freddie. I doubt very much there's not something. But
I don't care.
You do. You do.
I'm going to tell you something. I really don't. I think it irritates people more.
Then you don't care?
Than if I do care. I mean, if I were to care about everything and anything anybody thought about me, I'd never get nothing done.
No, but it's not just about what others think about you. The not good enough is about how you feel about yourself as a whole. Like, do you love every single part of you? No. You didn't like that you got angry. You're like, that's not me. Of course it's you. It was you doing it. So you didn't love that part of you. So
She's got you there, Freddie.
Yeah, so right there, you don't love that part of you.
I don't like it because I don't like hurting other people. But I didn't feel that was me, and I apologize.
Wait. If you're ever gonna if you don't like hurting other people, then you care what other people think.
But he doesn't care. Well, yeah, you care what other people think about you.
She is so clever.
That's why she's good at what she does.
She's so clever. Yes, I do care about what people think when I hurt their feelings. I don't care about how they think about me.
Okay, so that's different.
I've always had a saying, I'm not here to be liked, but I will be respected. Now, respect happens to be a big deal in my world.
Right.
I will walk out the door if you're going to disrespect me or what I'm doing. I've done that plenty of times.
But you never feel I'm not good enough.
I feel, no, why should I feel I'm not good enough? I strive to do better. In other words, I want bigger. There's always an ounce more of better. So I'm not going to say I'm not good enough. I am good enough, damn. I'm one of the best. But I take my lumps.
Yes.
Just give me the damn ball. That's the way I feel. Give me the ball, let me carry it.
But there are so many.
But there's not a lot of people who can
people
say
that feel I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. Why would they love me? I'm going to be alone my whole life.
And look, it shows up. Someone not asking for a raise at work because they don't feel worthy of it. Someone's in a relationship, a not healthy relationship, a codependent relationship. They don't feel good enough that they could be on their own, so they stay in the relationship. It shows up everywhere, and in all the decisions you make or don't make. Well,
I got a question for you.
Yes.
Being that you have all this knowledge, right? So you must be surrounded by people who don't have confidence and everything else. How does that make you feel? In other words, all of this energy coming at you, and it's not always positive, Do they look at you differently? Do they look at you positively? Is it what kind
But
of
who are you
environment?
talking about? Like just
Well, just people in general, because
The naysayers?
naysayers,
Not her
negativo-
clients. Her
Well, look,
clients come to you for help.
No, not
clients
the
come to me
clients.
for help.
Not the clients.
Family, I don't have an issue with my immediate family. There's other people in my circle. I would say that I choose my friends. I mean, I don't surround myself by people who are going to be negative energy, so to speak, or draining. If they are, I remove myself. I don't deal with that. Like I used to put up with that or try to fix it, but I don't try to do that anymore. So I surround myself by most people. I surround myself by feel pretty good. I mean, no one's perfect, and that's the thing. They all have their little something. If they want some help or advice, or if I'm there as their friend, we'll talk about it. But
Hey Dan, how do you feel about this? Dan? You're sitting there.
I'm listening.
He's
I take it
listening.
all, and that's what I do.
He does. I sit and I watch him every show. He
listen.
takes it a
Well,
little
you
bit
know
more.
what? But that's okay. But we're not in the bathtub. So tell me, what is it that? How do you feel? Confidence-wise, I mean, you deal in the gallery. It's a beautiful gallery.
I'm
1440 North Federal, come
confident.
down and watch.
I'm a confident person. I feel like I can do anything, type of thing, which I think you see.
I do, and I see that you're a thinker.
But then sometimes I feel like people are questioning me and questioning my ability to do things around here.
But
So
Dan,
that
Dan
kinda-
takes it all in and he processes it. And you do, and I heard you say something yesterday. You said, let me think about it. I always like to look at from someone else's perspective. And now that you've told me how you feel, let me think about it and then come to a decision, which I thought was really unbelievable that you admitted it and you said it. And you didn't just say no. You said, let me see it from your side of you, which was
I
amazing.
always try and look at
And
if
that's
that was
great.
me, how I would
Right.
feel.
But
if that
there
was
might
me.
be areas, look, you might feel confident here in your business, but maybe as a parent, you don't always feel confident 100%. I mean, I don't know that many parents who feel 100%
Oh no,
confident about being a
I'm
parent.
low in that area.
So
Admittedly.
there's always an area where we struggle, where we're not all encompassing, oh yeah, I'm confident in everything in my life, I mean, I don't know anybody like that.
Well, let me ask you a question. When I was a parent to my kids were younger, now you got to remember, I was surrounded by thousands. There were kids everywhere and when I was a father to them. And I saw that something didn't work. I went to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like Giovanni was a talker. Yes, Gio, you were. He was a talker in school.
Gio talked?
Oh my God, he wouldn't shut up. And the teachers called me and says, your son is being, now Gio's brilliant. So he
Yes.
had a lot to say.
Call
Now,
him
he-
boy genius.
He found the teacher boring, so he started having his own conversations, right? So I had a conversation with his mother was like pulling her hair on, da 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 da. So I put a button together. And I said to him, when you want to talk, I want you to rub this button. That button, by the end of the year, was worn out.
Wow.
But it stopped him.
It worked.
It worked.
It's amazing.
So what I'm saying
Wow,
is
you
if
thought it all by yourself, right?
I sat in the corner and thought about it.
Good.
But there were so many other things that I have done outside the box. And I can really relate to what you're saying. But sometimes you got to do something that normal people would not do and see if it works.
Look, not everyone's going to look, it always comes back to what are your values and what do you believe in? Because if you believe you can do anything, right? I believe if you put your mind to something, you can do it. Some people are not like that. They're limited. They live in fear. They live with all these limitations of like, oh no, I can't do that, or you can't do that. That's like against the rules, or that's not what people
It's
do
easier
in
to
business.
say that.
Or yeah.
It's easy to say you can't do something.
Right, exactly.
It's like-
because then you
if
can't
you
fail.
say you can
Right.
and you try and you fail,
You
Yeah,
have
right.
an out.
yeah.
But if you just say you can't do it, you don't try, you don't fail, you move on.
And
Right.
you can't grow, like for me,
That's it.
I have the people I have a hard time with that to be around are people who don't want to grow. Like you said, if
Agreed.
I did my best every day and I can go to sleep and know I was the best person I could be today, that's to me what's inspiring, in people.
Well, Sonia, I got a problem because I go to bed every day and there's still a little bit more room.
That's why there's tomorrow.
That's right. And tomorrow is another day. But
Tomorrow's
I
another
am
day.
never satisfied. I mean,
Satisfied.
I love my life. Don't get me wrong. I love the people in my life. I love the things around me. And I say thank you, thank you, thank you. But every night I wake up, I go to sleep and I say tomorrow there's a little bit more room. Because there always is. There's always a different way of making it just a little better.
But you have self-confidence. You work with people that don't have self-confidence often. And talk about the next thing is easier just to give up and not grow and
Right.
not try. Just stay in bed.
Yeah, stay in bed and not be uncomfortable. Because to grow and to be able to move through that fear, like especially someone who is not confident with people or in relationships or in social settings, you know, there's such fear and there's so much anxiety. In order to move through that, you have to allow yourself to feel it. And that's the problem, is people don't want to feel. You know, that's why people are addicted to their phones. They go shopping, they have sex, they have alcohol, they have food, whatever, because they don't want to feel. And this is why, like, I do journey dance, because in journey dance, you get to land in your body, you get to release, you get to feel, you get to just be who you are, because if you don't, it's going to go somewhere. It's going to lash out. It's going to pop up. You know,
so
those ugly
it's like the whack-a-mole.
But you're
yeah, exactly.
It's that whack-a-mole game.
I love that game.
I know, and I could
Can we get one, please?
And I could see it, and you said it. You know, it's funny.
Whack-a-mole.
I think about it all the time with the whack-a-mole. It pops up and you bang it back down.
You know, Chuck E. Cheese used to play
I
it there.
never played that.
You never
I
played
love that
whack-a-mole?
game.
We're going to get one. Let's get a whack-a-mole machine.
Yeah, we could probably rent one.
There you go.
We're going to get a whack-a-mole?
Our next event.
Whack-a-mole?
Whack-a-mole. The moles pop up. It's like your feelings, and you smash them back down because you know what? I'm not going to deal with it
Oh, wait a
until
minute,
the
wait a
next
minute,
time.
wait
You
a
know what?
minute.
Then it pops
How
up
does
another
this
way.
thing work? You just hit it?
Yes.
There's like 8 holes, and
Yeah.
it just, you don't know where it's going to pop
Right,
out of.
so
You
you
have to
have
be
to, like,
ready.
get it, you
Is it
know?
coming from there? It's almost like life.
But it's like, yes, it's like your life. It's your feelings. They pop up one way. You're upset about your
You play
parents,
this game?
and you lash out at someone
You
else.
play this game?
And then you say you're sorry, you squash it back down, and then you lash out at somebody else. Whatever
play
it
this
is.
game?
Yes, but
You
you know
play
what? I
this
use
game?
it as a metaphor for life all
you
the
use it as a
time.
metaphor.
But you
It's
understand
it's
it,
a
right?
Great metaphor.
Can we put names on the moles?
Metaphor?
If I can't find one, I'm going to make one out of a box.
And then we get a real mole.
Yeah, I'm going to sit inside there with a hand puppet, and I'm going to pop them up through the holes like this.
Next time you come back, Sarah, and you'll play whack-a-mole, how can people get in touch with you?
They can call me 954-214-8991. My website is soniahankin.com. That's SONIAHANKIN. And I'm on Facebook, Sonia Hankin, or Confidence Expert. And my email is info@soniahankin.com.
Everyone needs more confidence.
Yes.
You know,
At a younger age.
I like to
And I
write-
call it true inner confidence, because it's really about being okay with who you are and being free.
It's being okay.
Yeah.
We're not
like,
perfect.
I like to invite Sonia, so that if you're watching us next week, and you need somebody to talk to, somebody to relate to, you know, with the storms that are going on right now. I saw a lady at Home Depot where she could use your number. This
Give her
lady
my
went
card.
berserk. She went,
We have
I
a pile
will,
of
now
cards.
I'll hand them out. But there are so many people driving out there and not hitting the stop sign. There are people, thank God the lights are almost all back now. But people just, you don't learn your lesson. You got to be a little nicer. You know, learn something about
I think also there's a big entitlement issue. And
What is that?
And that drives me.
I mean, what is
Oh, that's a whole other show.
I know,
That's a whole other show.
Let's
Yes.
get another hour.
Yes.
Let's get Bobby.
It's
give me another hour.
entitlement.
But
Yes.
what is that entitlement?
You
business?
feel
Where did that
that
come
you have
from?
enough money, enough power, your children see it enough, that you can cut people in line. You don't need to
you're
wait.
you're just more important than anybody else. You know, it's like I gotta come first, or I'm in a hurry. You're not in a hurry. You know, it's
That's
like,
our next show. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
We gotta
Thank you
have
for
we gotta
that.
have an entitlement show.
We're going to have her back.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful day, everyone. Be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Don't
Bye-bye.
be late.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at Brooklyn Cafe. To rewatch every minute of the show, call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddy S. after the closing, or to leave an order for fun for the next show. Have a meaningful day. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers.